What's up, everyone? Hope we're doing well. I haven't made one of these videos in a while, but I figured I'd start doing it again. I want to share some of my training stuff that I'm working on. Personally, the goal is pretty simple. I'll just jump straight to it. It's trying to get better off of 1 foot jumping. I've always been kind of a 2 foot jumper. I've dabbled back and forth trying to do some 1 foot jumping, but I find it really interesting because the movements are so different. So my goal is to jump higher off 1 foot. Now, it's going to be kind of judged by my ability to consistently, that's not really the right word, I can consistently dunk off of 1 foot, but to develop my ability to dunk off of 1 foot, right? It's kind of a poor man's version of a metric, but I'm doing a rocking 1-step jump, which is not a full velocity approach jump. That's kind of a little metric. As I go forward, I'll kind of keep track of it. In the past, I kind of did a lot of my testing about how I felt dunking-wise. I just haven't gone to the court and tried dunking much lately. So if I just say like, oh, you know, if I dunk better off 1 foot, I got better. Well, if I just practice dunking off of 1 foot, I bet you in a week I'd be a heck of a lot better just because my skill is so low. It's more about the exploration of it all. So however you want to take that, you can take that. But I just wanted to share some of my training clips with you guys. So there's been 2 things I've been thinking about a lot when it comes to single foot jumping. And one is the fact that it is 1 foot. It's a lot of demand occurring on one leg. If you think about it, on a 2 foot jump, right? Yes, it's an alternating stance. It's not perfectly 2 foot. It's like a 1, 2, and then you jump, right? But your entry velocity, not all the time is not that high. Like sometimes, yeah, you'll sprint in, maybe you toss a lob to yourself. But for me, it seems like my entry velocity off 1 foot is typically higher than that of 2 feet. I think most people would kind of agree with me on that. Maybe not. That's just my 2 cents. But in that, because on 1 foot and I'm coming in at a higher velocity, my momentum is higher, and it requires a ton of single leg strength, but also the organization of the body to actually produce single leg strength. There's a difference there, right? If I was just like, oh, single leg strength is, well, how much you can lift or how strong, right? We typically think what strength is. That's kind of the case, but not really, because strength is also the expression of force, and the expression of force is also dictated on how your body synergistically works together to organize a force output. So as I run and try and jump, it's not like, oh, are my legs really strong, but can my body as a whole adequately produce force to perform the movement well, right? And so that's kind of the discussion point there. And so I wanted to show some of the exercises I was doing. I kind of have 3, 4, 5 kind of primary movements I'm messing with here and there. 3 of them kind of the main ones. One is a step back lunge. I call this a reach through lunge or a step reach lunge. I don't remember what I call it, to be honest with you. And the idea is we're focusing on the movement coming forward. Now I'll do this in different setups. I'll do it with a barbell. I'll do it with like a safety bar, bands and chains, and then I'll also do some isometric versions here as well. You can see this isometric version. I'm just working on some specific joint angles that replicates that of the lunge itself. So that's kind of one movement. Another movement is just doing single leg repeat jumps. I kind of started doing this because I saw a Russian high jump video of this dude doing some insane single leg 1 foot jumping. And I was like, I kind of want to do some insane single leg 1 foot jumping. So I've been doing it on hurdles, without hurdles, but my main goal is to get better with it at hurdles. I think it'd be kind of cool, I don't know why, to do like 30-inch hurdles or 33-inch hurdles single foot jumping. I'm not even sure if that'd help me jump higher, but it's just kind of a cool goal along the way. And I assume if I can jump over a higher hurdle, there's probably a good chance I'm at least trying really hard to jump high. That's going to help my jumping ability in that. And the last one, I've been thinking about that conversion of momentum, right? How my hip almost acts as a pivot as I rapidly break and make contact with the ground. So I think about things like swing through step back movements. This is with a kettlebell. Even I messed around with a snatch version as well. A different kind of hinging movements where I'm working on transitioning that momentum forward to vertical. And so I hope to share some of this along the way with you all as I kind of do some training, more training clips and things like that. So you can stay up to date with what I'm doing. A lot of the stuff that I do here eventually makes its way to the Always an Athlete team, by the way. People ask, well, Max, how can I get involved with your training? I do a lot of dumb stuff personally. I like to mess with things. I like to try and learn stuff. So I put myself through a variety of means and methods. Then I take that and I say, well, what do I think actually worked? What do I like? What made sense? Rationalize it. And then kind of break it down and be like, well, this can be applied here, this can be applied there. And that's a lot of what my athletes get in their training. They don't do exactly all this crazy stuff. I'm not saying everyone should do this crazy stuff. More times than not, it's probably over the top and not necessary. But I take the stuff I think works and I enjoy and I like, and I put that into my programming. So if you're an Always an Athlete team member right now, you'll probably see some of the movements that I am doing here is what we do in the program in the Always an Athlete team. The Always an Athlete team is kind of, if I really had to, for those who might be wondering, if I really had to put together a program that would really work a lot better than maybe just arbitrarily doing random stuff like what I kind of do here, that's the program I put together. Something I feel much more comfortable applying to get an outcome. Now, I'm kind of treading uncharted waters here with my own training, and so it typically involves some trial and error. Some miscues are going to be involved as well. Some things I like, some things I don't like. I'll probably run into some over-training aspects, maybe some overuse aspects. I'm prepared for that, so I got to be cognizant and aware as I go through this. But that's the goal. So I wanted to share with y'all here. I hope you guys enjoy and stay tuned. I'll try and upload a couple of training clips a week, and we'll stick with that and make that a very doable goal. It's 2022, and I said 2021 I wanted to make 100 YouTube videos, and I failed. I actually got like 50 or 70. I did pretty good. But I just want to be consistent, and so share something with you guys that I already film anyway. I film my training clips, so you guys might like it. And maybe we'll add some different topics as we go through and things I learned. So I appreciate y'all as always. Thanks for listening. I got my cup of coffee with you. Hope you guys enjoy. As always, take care.